Hamas has in fact lost control of northern Gaza as thousands of residents have moved south. This is of course information that has come in from Israeli military. An Israeli military spokesperson has stated that around 50,000 Gazans have moved from northern Gaza Strip to the southern area, and he has stated, and I quote, that Gazans are moving because they understand that Hamas has lost control in the north. The Israeli military spokesperson has also added that there would be no ceasefire, but Israel has been allowing for humanitarian pauses at specific times to allow for residents to relocate south. But even as all of this is occurring, there is in fact a lot of military mobilization that is taking place in the area, and I'd like to rope in Mr. Srivastav back into the discussion once again. The US has placed two prominent aircraft carriers. The US has also in fact disclosed that it has placed nuclear submarines in and around the region. How crucial do you think its efforts are in fact to perhaps put a pause to an escalation of this conflict?
Precisely, Pia, you very rightly mentioned that these deployments by the United States of America, whether they're aircraft carriers, two aircraft carriers, third anti-missile defense system, additional Patriot air defense system, nuclear submarine, as well as the Marines, and also additional squadron of F-16 fighter jets have been deployed to precisely prevent any escalation of this conflict. And these deployments of the United States of America is directed towards state and non-state actors such as Iran, Hezbollah, Houthi, and several other militant groups which are operating in Syria and Iraq. And United States of America has given them a very, very clear warning, a stern warning, that if they attempt to indulge into and get involved in this Israel's war against terrorism, Israel's war against Hamas, there will be serious consequences. And United States of America's President Joe Biden has used just one word: don't. And this message is directly to Iran, to other non-state actors, that they should not involve themselves into this Israel's war against terrorism. Otherwise, United States of America will take direct action. So I think message is loud and clear, Pia, that this has been done to prevent any regional escalation of this conflict. And the very good thing is that if you look at the response of the Arab countries, so they are very much concerned about the loss of civilians' life in Gaza. They are very much for pursuing this case for ceasefire. But at the same time, they also know that the attack which has been done on Israel on October 7 is a big terror attack. And this was intended to disrupt the normalization process, the Middle East peace process, which was going on between Israel and Arab countries. And the Arab nations also, they know about this fact, that why these terrorists have done this act, just to disrupt this normalization process. So their response has been balanced. Their response is not as it used to be against Israel, and that's a very good sign. Even the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu himself has admitted when he was speaking along with British Prime Minister Rishi Sunak, that this attack on Israel has been done to disrupt the Middle East peace process. So I think all wise leaders, whether it is Israel or Arab nations or United States of America and other countries, they know the intention of this terrorist, and that's a very good message that this realization has come, and that is why countries are determined to take a stronger action, a strict action, and a final assault against Hamas, and which is being done. But at the same time, it will be also nice to see if the normalization process comes back on track after a while, maybe after a few months. So I think that if that happens, Pia, that if normalization talks begins even after a few months, that will be the biggest defeat of this terrorist. And the terrorists wanted to disrupt this normalization process, dialogue between the civilizations, and they wanted to promote this clash of civilizations. But if dialogue happens again, if Middle East peace process, normalization process is done yet again, then that will be the biggest defeat of these terrorists.
For more such videos, subscribe to the NewsX YouTube channel, hit the bell icon.